judges, and everyone. My name is Emma Yang.
And I'm Natalie Essig.
We are Team AAT from New York City. Before we begin, let me tell you a story. In 2013, Roman Stringer from Ottawa died of brain swelling after a concussion while playing high school rugby. She was sent to the hospital but died days later from second impact syndrome. It turns out Rowan had a pre-existing injury from 2 previously undetected concussions. Rowan was 17. She had a life ahead of her. If her concussion were identified earlier, she would still be alive today.
Today, concussions are a serious problem in the sports community. There are 22 million children in the U.S. between 6 and 18 who play high-impact team sports. Every year, there are nearly 4 million reported concussions. However, many go unreported. Contrary to popular belief, only 5% of concussions result in loss of consciousness. Not losing consciousness does not mean one did not sustain a concussion. This leads many concussions to go unreported and untreated, and can cause lifelong brain damage and other complications. Today, many parents and coaches also do not realize the risk of keeping an athlete in the game after an impact and do not know about the damage it can do in the long term. The sports community also lacks an easy and readily available tool that can help to detect a concussion early.
Our goal is to develop an app to evaluate concussions in a quick, easy, and efficient way, and to advocate the benefits of early detection of concussions and removal of concussed athletes from play. All of this will help make sports not only fun, but safe. After analyzing our market research, we have created our solution to the problem, TeamAATConcussionChecker. TeamAATConcussionChecker is an easy-to-use app that can evaluate concussion symptoms based on the sports concussion assessment tool, save and share evaluation data, and if a concussion is suspected, locate and direct the athlete to the nearest neurologist or medical facility. The app also gives the user the ability to access historical concussion records. This is particularly important as we know an athlete is likely to sustain a second concussion if he or she has sustained one previously. Having the app in your pocket, it only takes 5 minutes to evaluate a possible concussion. These 5 minutes will help prevent serious injury and possibly save lives.
Our target audience is parents and coaches. We target to launch our app to our hometown, New York, first, but our ultimate goal is to make our app accessible to millions of students in the world. We will be promoting our app through word of mouth, social media such as Twitter and Facebook, search engine marketing, and email marketing. We looked at all the apps available in the market for concussions. While all of the apps provide different levels of functionalities, TeamAATConcussionChecker has the most comprehensive functionalities with best usability.
Our business model is very simple. To ensure that our app is affordable to everyone, we decided to price it at $2.99. We are very happy to let you know that we already have our first customer. Our school has agreed to use our app once it is fully developed. Now let me tell you about the product roadmap. We already have a fully functional prototype. The next step is to use a user-centered design approach to ensure the top-notch usability of our app. The app will be developed in iOS and Android platforms and will have multilingual capabilities, covering both Chinese and Spanish. We have received endorsement from Dr. Andy Jagoda, a world expert on concussions. Dr. Jagoda believes that TeamAATConcussionChecker has the potential to make a huge impact on our efforts to protect youngsters from the dangers of brain injury. This is our team with Dr. Lieber, who is our mentor and advisor for this project.
The prototype version of TeamAATConcussionChecker is already live on the Google Play Store. Please download the app onto your Android phone and give us any feedback you have. We created TeamAATConcussionChecker to make sports not only fun, but safe. Thank you very much for supporting us.
So the actual evaluation that's done in the app, I remember seeing in the demo, there's a lot of different types of tests that you do or someone's evaluating. Where did you get that? Is that from your mentor, or how did you decide on the specific evaluation?
So when we first started this project, we went through our school, and so when we consulted with the athletics director, we saw that the evaluation that's used right now was the sports concussion assessment tool, and so we basically took that and we implemented it into our app, and so that's how we got all the parts.
So, clearly you're passionate about this really important issue, and I'm wondering, have you thought through whether you would do a sort of commercial for-profit model for your business or a nonprofit? Or if you were for profit, would you do something unique or special with your profits to help in this area? Do you have any thoughts around that?
Well, we'd like to call more attention to the risk of keeping an athlete in the game after an impact.
So basically, because our ultimate goal is to try and advocate early detection of concussions and using this protocol as early as possible. And so we will be, because right now we have only surveyed a certain population, we will be reaching out to people whose expertise in this area. And so you perhaps will work with communities that may not be as privileged to maybe give them discounts for getting this app to further promote the early detection of concussions, and we will be looking into that.
I have a question about the experience. So after a concussion is suspected, what I saw it said you can look for local doctors. Can it connect to your personal doctor?
Yes. So eventually, this list of preferred doctors will be customizable to whoever you are. So you can put any of your personal doctors in there. And so through the app, you can contact them. Yes.
So you mentioned you got the checklist from your athletics director. Did you do any research about whether that is the most widely acceptable, or is there a lot of variance in how people actually check for concussions?
Well, there are many different concussion evaluations, but right now the sports concussion assessment tool is one of the most standard and commonly used tool right now.
It's also one of the most easy to understand.